Hi everyone, it's Claire again. Welcome back to the Curious Kitchen. Today we're going to continue making our berry chantilly cake inspired by the Whole Foods version. I have the cakes already, but we're going to move on to the frosting. So it's been about a week since I made the cakes. I put them in the freezer and I pulled them out just all on the counter overnight. And today we're going to make the frosting. But before we get started with that, I just wanted to show you a couple things. So I don't decorate cakes very often, so I don't have any of the equipment available really. But I have prepared a couple pieces of cardboard that I just wrapped in plastic wrap and tinfoil that I'm going to be using. And instead of an offset spatula, I'm just going to be using a rubber spatula. So the frosting today is a cream-based frosting. It's got cream cheese, powdered sugar of course, mascarpone, and whipped cream in it. So for this, everything has to be cold for whipped cream-based frostings. Cream is basically a mixture of water with fat inside, and the fat is currently suspended in the water. But when we start to beat air into the cream, the fat starts to migrate to the air bubbles and surround the air. Ultimately, how we get peaks is that the fats basically are surrounding all of the air bubbles in a huge network. So if our cream is too warm, the fats are going to melt and they're not going to really be able to hold the air. So I like to chill my bowl and beaters in the freezer for a few minutes before I start, and I'm keeping all of the other ingredients in the refrigerator until I need them. Something else to keep in mind is when you beat the air in, if your kitchen is warm, that's going to warm up your cream as well. So if you need to, you can pop your bowl back into the fridge periodically to make sure it stays cold. So this is the consistency we're looking for, and we don't want to over whip it because then there's so much air that the fat is going to completely separate from the water and the cream, and then we'd get butter. But this is looking good. I'm just gonna pop this in the fridge to stay cold while I prep some berries and we can start assembling the cake. Alright, so unfortunately we had a technical problem while I was assembling the cake. But as you can see, it is assembled. I just had one cake layer and then some of the frosting, a lot of fruit, a little more frosting, other cake layer, upside down on top so the flat side is up. And then I did just a coat of icing around and decorated the top with some berries. And since I'm transporting this, I just want to show you, I cut this bottom square of cardboard to make sure that it would fit into this other cardboard box I found with a little wiggle room for my hands to go in next to it, but it should be big enough relative to the base so that it doesn't slide around too much. But yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video, and if you would like to make a berry chantilly cake of your own, we will link all the recipes below, and thanks for watching.